So I got sick. I don't feel great. So what is the best fitting video to film? The worst books I've read in 2023. Honestly, I just kind of got tired of not filming, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it my best shot. Hello, welcome, my name is Ansu. If you don't know who I am, you should consider subscribing down below. Today, I'm gonna talk about the books that I kind of hated in 2023. First off, I'm starting with this book called Booked to Die. Honestly, what in the world was this? Because I have no idea what I was reading. Throughout the book, I just wanted to finish this book just because it was really pretty, and I got like the 25th anniversary edition of it. It was very pretty, okay? And that's the only reason why I was like, yes, I need to read this. And I picked it up. I didn't really like it. It falls around this detective who's trying to figure out like what happened with like a homeless person and how he got murdered, and he goes into this weird fighting relationship with this random guy, and oh my god, it's like this detective trying to find a thief villain character, and it's so bad. It was terrible. I hated this book so much, and I did end up finishing it. I have to give myself kudos for that, but this is not great. Alright, I'm interrupting this video to talk about Ana Luisa. If you didn't know Ana Luisa, I've been working with them for a few years at this point. I've used their jewelry and I've really enjoyed them. I do have another code with them because they have this really cool sale going on. If you want to get some items for Christmas as a present for yourself or someone else special to you, I would highly recommend getting your hands on these items. I personally got a couple of the items sent this time around, and that is this bracelet. It's a very nice gold bracelet that looks like almost like a watch. I really like this. It looks very elegant, if you will. I also got this ring, which is almost like a black signet ring, and I personally really love this. Honestly, I thought it was going to be slightly bigger than this, but it's still very cute. It's very dainty, and I really like this ring as well. So I will leave some more videos of mine linked down below if you were looking for more inspiration on what to get. But I personally really enjoyed these pieces, so I would really recommend you guys to go and pick these up. I'll leave my link down below so you can go and check them out. But yeah, that's it. The next book I didn't really like was Twice Shy by Sarah Hogel. I heard someone say that this book was really good, and I wanted to really like it, so I picked it up. It's supposed to be this cutesy romance between like this woman who kind of lost everything. She gets written into a will and gets this house, but the catch is that she has to live with like the gardener, and they are both like hitting heads. Essentially, they fall in love. It's supposed to be cutesy, but it didn't come across as that. This is terrible. I did not like this romance at all. I just couldn't find the connection between these two characters, and it just left me so bored. Like I wanted so much more, and it's just not giving whatsoever. So this is just a dud for me. The Family Secret by Kirsten Machland. You're gonna see two books of Kirsten Machland on this list, and I'm really sad by it, but I really do enjoy Kirsten Machland, which is kind of sad. This book started off very strong and has this like very billionaire rich family, and then the parents are essentially dead, and so the kids, like three of them, come together to fight out the will. Essentially, one guy is engaged to someone else, and she also comes into this house, and then they have this weird dynamic. The siblings don't like each other. It's not great. And then towards the end we see like the little secret that happens, and it unfolds. I'll just leave it at that. This is ridiculous. The next one I want to talk about is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. This is going to be such an unpopular opinion, but I think I give it like 2.5 stars. This did not entertain me whatsoever. So I like the concept, like the making of the game and these people working together and all that kind of stuff. It seemed interesting, but it gets to a point where these characters are so like self-involved, do not care about anybody else, and one of the main characters is kind of in love with a professor who is totally abusing her, who's already in a relationship, like he's married, and he's like cheating on his wife with this girl, and she's like okay with it. She still keeps in contact with him sometimes, and it was just like throughout her adult life too, right? So I just always got so bothered reading every single chapter with this woman, and I'm just like, bro, I didn't like this whatsoever. By the end of it, I was just questioning why people really like this. I just personally could not stand by it, and I did not like it. And it's such a popular book too, and I just honestly did not like this one whatsoever. Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clausen. If you don't read anything from this list, it should be this one. This one was absolutely friggin' terrible. Oh my goodness. This one follows around this woman who got out of a relationship with this guy from like a really long term relationship, and she's like really down about herself, but she's living in like this royal guard housing place where it's in Britain or something. So you know those royal guards, the red outfits with the cap. You know what I'm saying? She lives in those quarters essentially, and all of these people absolutely adore her. She's supposed to be very beautiful, but she herself thinks that she is useless and has no self-worth. Literally, like everybody and their dog loves this woman, but she's like, oh, I don't deserve anything. And I understand that she was in a very, very abusive relationship previously. It's just like, I don't get it. It's just like she has zero self-worth, and then she meets this royal guard who is like a paper. Like this man has zero emotions. He has nothing to offer to you. He is literally made out of stone, I feel like. And then she falls in love with this guy. Of course he falls in love with her because she's absolutely perfect and she can't see it. And it's just, I call absolute bullshit. Another controversial opinion, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This book was just plain boring. I know what this book wanted to try to be. I understand the concept. And it's just a sci-fi mess in my opinion. Just a lot of brutality, a lot of murders for no reason. The story could have come across without having to be like that. And I just didn't like it. It was not worth my time. And it took me like 3-4 years to finish it. And I feel like it was just not worth it. I do have 2 more books in that series with me. And I think I should finish it. But honestly, like I didn't really enjoy this first installment. And I can't justify myself actually reading the rest of the series. I don't know what to do. One for the Money by Janet Ivanovich. This, you can tell, was written in the 1990s. You can really tell. The way that women are talked about in this book, abysmal. Are you kidding me? It was terrible. Throughout this book, our main character, Stephanie Plum, is supposed to be this detective. She's just a saleswoman and she gets into being a detective, or like a play detective, I guess. A skip tracer, essentially. She's trying to find this guy who she had a terrible relationship with when she was younger, and then they have this weird frenemies relationship. They want to bone up. Fucking terrible. Like honestly, I have talked about this book before, and if you've heard my review on it, you'll know what I'm saying. This is not good. And you can really tell that it was written in the 1990s. The last one I'm going to talk about and throw to the gutters is The List by Kirsten Modglin. This is the second book by Kirsten Modglin that I did not like this year. And this one I've talked about very recently too. And it just follows around this like little town where a lot of murders are, a lot of deaths are happening of little children, and it feels very orchestrated. Like things are just happening very quickly, and there seems to be this list of names that get posted, and those kids just end up dying. This new couple comes into this little town, and people are like, oh, shouldn't be here. Essentially finds this list and just finds it very curious that these kids are dying. She starts to investigate. Apparently one person was orchestrating all these murders. Absolutely does not make sense. This was terrible. I did not like it. I was so disappointed. I think Kirsten Modglin is one of those authors just goes above and beyond with her ideas, but this one was just like out of pocket. Really, this is not good. And just killing kids, like seriously, really, did you have to do that much? But not a fan. These are the books that I personally did not like. These were disappointing to me. But you know, one thing that's not going to be disappointing is Ana Luisa. I will leave the link down below. You should definitely check it out for this Christmas holiday time, and I would really love it if you checked it out. Let me know down below what are some books that you personally did not like this year. I'd love to know. I'd just be a little grumpy for a little bit. Be the Grinch of Christmas. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Ansu. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time with everyone. Until then, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye!